You're about to see some cheap government seized property for as little as 500 bucks that you can go and buy and get here within the next couple weeks, taking action today in this video. So these properties are up to 90% below market value. We also have a property that is a house or a structure that is worth up to $70,000 that you could get for as little as 7,000 bucks. So the name of the game that we're playing is government seized property. It is an unconventional way to get into real estate because I know most of you guys are frustrated with real estate costs, the price of inflation. This channel is dedicated to helping the everyday average person who's frustrated with their job or frustrated with the real estate market use a new unconventional way of getting properties. We do this through tax lien and tax deed investing and government seized property. So what we're looking at today is property that's available right now. You can follow along from the comfort of your home with this stuff, and you can do it virtually and remotely. So the thing is, with government seized property or tax deed property, we want to not be too picky on the location of where this is. We're looking for an arbitrage, a good deal on the property. So for example, what I mean is if you're in Los Angeles, it doesn't matter if the property's on the other side of the country. If it's 80, 90, 95% below market value, you can do this stuff from home and flip these properties very, very quickly. So that's super important. So for those of you guys tuning in a second, we're going to jump to the computer. You can follow along. In the meantime, I'm Dustin Hahn. This channel is dedicated to helping you get started. So if you're interested in making money in real estate, buying things unconventionally, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, like the video, subscribe so you can learn about this stuff, and we'll have a good time. So for today, we're actually going to go and I'm going to show you guys a secret spot that I've learned where there's some of these properties available now. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to dive in. I'm going to jump over with my business partner, Corey. We're going to have a party. Let's go. All right, everybody, and a big welcome to, you know his name, he's world famous, Mr. Corey Chason is here today, and he's gonna walk us through some property that can be available today for as little as 500 bucks. This stuff could be worth 4,000 to 10,000 and beyond. You could maybe build on this stuff and make it exponentially more valuable. But the name of the game is we're showing you property that's available now that you can literally go and get, that is an unconventional way of getting into real estate that can help you make some money in this game. So Corey, where are they going to go and how are they going to do it?
Nice. Yeah. So we're going to jump to the screen and we are in Craven County, North Carolina. And so what I think North Carolina is a lien state, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's the deeds. I always get the two confused, but it's also a good reminder just to double check the counties. Even if they say they're a lien state or you see online it's a lien state, it's possible they might have deeds as well for sale. So that's always just something we like to tell people. Just because the counties say stuff, just do your own research as well, because it might find that it could be different, which is good.
Yeah, just a quick tip on that, right? Don't get pigeonholed in the sense of like, wait, this place is a deed state or a lien state. Some places might be a deed state, offer liens. Some places might be a lien state, but they have liens that were sitting there, expired, and now they're deeds you can go buy. And that's exactly what we're going to show you here today. Deeds that you can go and get. Yeah.
So Craven County, super chill. You can download the spreadsheet, but there's also all these like little fun little links here that you can click. And so we've got, you can see this Craven County owned property, Craven County and City of New Bern owned property. And there's a few others.
So real quick, to get there, Google Craven County tax deed list properties available for purchase, and this list will show up and you will be looking at it.
Yeah, we like to get you to do that part because you wouldn't believe how many times I get asked the question, how do I get this? And I just go to Google and I Google it in and I find it and I say, here's how you do it. And we want you to be able to do that too, because if you can be a master of Google, you can conquer the world. I think Napoleon said that actually back in the early days. Yeah, he coined that term. So there's a few things you can do. You can download the spreadsheet. You can click this parcel ID link to IMAP. And so we've got this one here. You can see this one, the assessed value is 110. So let's just click this for kicks. It's going to load this like pretty janky map, which is cool. Takes a few minutes, but you can see all the stuff like you normally would on a GIS. If you've been following us for a while, you've seen lots of GISs. But you can see it highlights it here. And so whether or not there's actually improvements on this, we would want to drive it first, but we can see that they think there's improvements on it. And if we zoom in, but I want to also show you, if you come over here and click on this thing to the right, they make you like a fancy little sheet here, and they kind of give you a screenshot of the property close up. You can see it's got, you know, maybe a boat on the back of it here, but it'll tell you the address, the lot size, the land value, improvement value. So as we can see here, there's probably actually not improvement on it. It's not big enough to have an improvement. So this could actually be inaccurate. So we just want to make note of that. We wouldn't want to bid on this assuming there's an improvement on it. But that being said, let's move on to a different one really quick. We'll just go on the right here. But this one, 841 Pavey Ave, we got $4,000. Let's just click it and see. Okay, so we've got here parcel ID 8007 095. And so this one's actually a bit confusing because it highlights a bunch of them. But we always want to just match up this parcel ID we see here with the 800095. So that's actually a piece of that property there. And that's good to know. You know, that's $4,000 worth it. You could bid $500 on it, get it, flip it to the owner.
Yeah, so you'll see that the minimum bid on a lot of these here is 0, right? So what that means is you can go and submit your bid. Now it's a minimum bid of $500. So from here, all you do is send in. So always look at the rules, right? So for an amount equal to or greater than $500 or 10% of the offer price is what you need to send in for a deposit on that property. So on these properties, you could literally bid $500. Doesn't look like anybody else is bidding on these. So very, very high chance that you're going to get this property for as little as $500.
Yeah. And then here's just another one, 8037048, 8037. So this one's actually, it's got like a straight up house on it. According to this, we would want to drive it. But one thing you might want to be careful of, and this is just a note to everyone investing and thinking of investing, you might put this address in and you might get this whole piece of land. And so that address might be attached to everything here, where this might have been subdivided in the past. We don't really know. It's not really important. What's important is that when you bid on this parcel ID, you're actually only getting this here. So this might be burnt down. This might not be there anymore. So it's just something to be cautious of.
Let's go to Google Maps and take a look. So this one is also a 0 bid right now.
I didn't download it, but it's hard to say. It may or may not be. I'd have to download the spreadsheet. But let's go to Google Maps and see what we got here. New Bern, North Carolina. There you go. So this is what I mean. So we've actually got we've got unique parcels here. Let me just throw this back over here. You can see here we got a parcel to the right. We've got a parcel to the driveway and the thing, and then this house is actually on another parcel here. So you can see here, you might get this address and think you're getting this whole piece of land, but you're actually this parcel is only this driveway and then this property, which actually looks like another house, which is still a cool deal. But you have to just keep that in mind that you're not getting this back here.
But it does look like that one house there is there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I would want to, where are we at here? Let's just, let's just put this. One trick you can do is put it in Google Maps. Take your little fella here and drop him down like this.
2204 Carolina Street, right?
Yeah, that's British Columbia. That's not right. New Bern. There we go. Drop him there. And so it should be right here. Yeah, so this is where we were before. And so now the thing is this was taken in August 2012. So that's 12 years ago. We've got December 2007. We've got August 2012. So we would just want to drive by this just to verify, to make sure, or send someone out using Airtasker or some sort of task service just before we made a bid. Because that was 12 years ago. This
one would be a very interesting one for Airtasker. Because remember, if you live in the area, you can go take a look at it. However, there's a service called Airtasker for like 20, 30 bucks. Send somebody by and get an updated picture. Because here we're looking at a property, 79 grand is the value. And then from here, it looks like the minimum bid. Do we see the minimum bid on there?
Well, it's just 10% of the cost. So it would be probably, it might be 7,900, but I'd have to double check the spreadsheet here to see if there's a bid on it. So I can double check that here.
So guys, this is the process. We're spending time to just kind of go through it because this is what we do. Like, this is in the trenches right now. This is a day in the life of doing this business. We're doing our research. We're doing the discovery session live with you. These properties are literally available right now. So there's lots on here for as little as 500 bucks you can put in the bid. However, this one is piquing our interest right now because 79,000 bucks, and if you could get that for 7,700, which is a, you know, almost pretty much 10 cents on the dollar, that's something we're definitely interested in. So finding out right now what the opening bid is. If it's 0, then we would send in our bid.
Yeah, let me it's actually I think it actually has been purchased. So let's see here.
I see it in the spreadsheet.
I don't see it in my spreadsheet, but maybe I'm missing something.
So 2204 Carolina Street. So actually in the spreadsheet it says garage with building and driveway. So
where is,
if you scroll down to the bottom, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So check this out.
Yeah.
So you see this garage with building and driveway, guys. So we're doing our research right now. And the county has this assessed at 72,000 bucks.
There you go. That's the opening bid there. Oh no, it's the land value. Oh,
yeah, that's the land value. So in this situation, what we would do doing this remotely is use that site called Airtasker and send somebody to go take a drive by that thing and kind of see what's going on. So that would definitely be something that we would put on our list. Now, if you're tuning in, remember to hit thumbs up, subscribe if you like this stuff, ask us a question in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And below is a link to a totally free training, Tax Lien and Deed directory, and we have the ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed investing to help you guys get started. Totally free training, and from there, if you want, you can book a call with us. We could work with you one-on-one as well to help you get going. The link is in the description. But let's just take a little bit more of a look here for some $500 properties that we could go ahead and take a look at.
Yeah, so let's do this one be $600. So let's just look at this one. So we've got, yeah, so this one's kind of in the next to this house. We've got a little bit of tree activity. So that one's not bad. You can do some more research on that one. So I'll just click around here. This one's for 4,800 bucks. So this one's a bunch of trees in the middle of the city. And so that one might be harder to, I think that's trees, harder to flip, but that's available as well. Yeah, and so stuff like this, it's all day around here all day. And so it'd just be good to do some research on where it is, exactly where it is, and what stuff around is selling for, and then you can kind of get a price for the land. So
nice. Let's go back to that main sheet again that links to the GIS. We'll look at one more here with you guys, and just kind of the day in the life, right? This is what you're going to be doing when you're researching these properties. So what we're going to do is we'll get that Airtasker to go take a look. And actually, Corey, why don't we do that for maybe an upcoming video here? Is we put this one like for ourselves, we'll get Airtasker to go look at it, and then we can do maybe a follow-up.
Sure.
Could be good. Let's see. So let's go back. Let's just take a look at one more.
I thought I was sharing my screen, but I wasn't. Womp womp. There we go. So did you have one in mind or just a random one?
No, just a random one, just a day in the life of somebody who wants to do this business.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's another piece of land, and you can just do your research, check out the cross streets. And then if you wanted to get a little further in depth, you can then like click on this side and get taken to the actual GIS instead of just the photos they have. And then you can kind of see what they've got over here. You can see what's for sale in the area. Well, sorry, you can't see that, but you can see what like the different parcels that are around it. And so you can click the zoom button to zoom in. I think you got to actually zoom in like this. So you can see there's houses over here, over here, over here, over here, some empty land here. So it'd be worth it just to sort of, you need to get someone to drive it or check it out just to see kind of what the neighborhood's like. But again, there's all kinds of these lands that you can buy right now. So
yeah, and cool. A good tip here is, so we have all these lands across the street that, you know, as we can see, there's nothing being built there. However, any type of piece of land that is maybe like attached or right next to somebody's house, like if you can buy it for 500 bucks, there's always very high odds that the neighbor will buy the property to add value to their property. Like we see that all the time. It's a strategy that our YouTube viewers do, is they'll buy one of these cheap pieces of land for like 500 bucks. Maybe it's worth, you know, 5 or 10,000, but then they'll offer it to the neighbor on either side for, you know, 2,000-3,000 bucks. Like we're talking to a lady the other day. She's like, oh, I bought one for 700 bucks, sold it to the neighbor for 1,500 bucks the next day. You know what I mean? So we'll do that stuff all day long. And it's a nice entry point into the business, which is awesome. So yeah, guys, this is it. You know, this is a day in the life. You just take your time, you go through this stuff. And then from here, as you scale and learn the process, you could maybe work with a virtual assistant, perhaps in the Philippines or in India, to help go through and curate the list, because the dollar exchange is like 20-1. So it really provides jobs for people, helps them out, and helps you save time. Their schedule is kind of the opposite a lot of the time. So kind of while you're sleeping, they can do the research for you. But at first, it's really useful for yourself to do the research as well. So on that note, folks, let's go ahead. And if you want some help, we have this book totally free, ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed Investing. So it's going to show you exactly how to get started. We have the directory that comes with this. So that is in the description below. All of that is totally free. Some on-demand trainings as well. And then there's also a link if you maybe want some one-on-one mentoring or some coaching. You can book a call with us, speak to one of our experts, and perhaps we could help you there. So on that note, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.
Awesome. See you, everybody.
Cool.